Hello, pet parents. Thanks for joining us on another Behind the Product. And I'm joined by Elyse Horvath from Natural Paws. Elyse, you have really kind of saved me from my box of products that I hoped would work. I want them to work, but sometimes they just don't seem to work. I want to ask you how you got started, and then I'm going to dive into the products.
Well, I got started the way so many people who have an issue do with my own dog. She had an issue with her paws where she was licking them a lot, and being my running buddy, I needed to make sure that her paws were really in good shape. And so I started searching for something. I consulted with my veterinarian and I looked online, and I didn't find any solutions. And so I ended up just creating one myself, and sort of led me into a new zone in my life. But we solved her problem, and that was what was important.
Well, and I love the fact that you're a pet parent. You had an issue, couldn't find a solution out there from the products that were available. And I know I have a little insight because I know you went and worked with a friend who is a chemist.
I did,
and
yeah.
you made this all natural. Let's talk about that process.
Well, the fact that there were some products on the market for paws, but they were all going to be thicker, and they were going to plug up the paw pads, which is what I didn't want to do. So I was looking for something natural and safe. And so I had a kismet moment where I ran into an old friend who's a peptide chemist. And so I said, here's what I really need to do. And she said, I can absolutely help you with that. And so we worked together for about 2 years before we came up with what we really wanted for our Sweet Pea's Tender Paws, which was our first creation together.
Right, now you have an entire line of products.
I do.
And the one I want to kind of talk about though, because this is a common issue for all of us pet parents, is the ear wash. Let's talk about that for a second.
Well, the ear wash came about because, again, I had Sweet Pea who was having recurring ear infections, and that was a lifelong problem for her. And we had tried, like you said, we had a box full of products, and we had no solutions. And so we realized that while we were getting her ears clean, we were creating a really moist environment by pouring product into her ears. And so we said, we have to really re-look at this and change the way we're doing it. And so we created a product that was strong enough to use just a little bit, of course being natural and safe like we always do, and we sprayed it in instead of pouring it in. So we took out that moist environment that we were leaving her with. And because, you know, as the ear flaps go back down, if there's moisture in there, it's warm, it's dark, and it's going to create fungal infections even if the ears are clean.
Yeah, bacteria loves that. So
Yeah.
You've solved that. Now, let's talk about how we use it. Now, I know we've got the travel size here. You've got
yeah.
different sizes. I've got the industrial size. But you've got these. It's just a couple of sprays, like you said.
It is,
really
and
works
so
easy.
you're not using as much product, which is great when they shake their ear out because you're not having a mess go everywhere. But yeah, you're just using a few spritzes, 3 to 6 spritzes into the ear. Put the flap down and give it a little massage to get all the debris loosened
Sugar loves
up.
that. Sugar loves that.
It feels good, and especially if they have itchy ears, because we're taking care of the inflammation that's making them itchy as well. So they don't have a reason to shake their ears all the time or scratch at themselves. But they're going to shake after you spray it in and give the little massage. You just take a cotton pad and you wipe out the ear, and that's really it.
Yeah, and if you've got one of those dogs who has the folds, you know, on the outside, you can be using a Q-tip to get in between there.
We always recommend, and so do all the vets, don't take a Q-tip and put it into their ear, which is, you know, the same for us. You're not supposed to do that because you can hurt the eardrum. But for the little flaps and the little folds in there, sometimes you have to use a Q-tip to get all the little bits out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really simple. You've made it really easy. It's all natural. It's balanced properly. So we're not adding an additional danger to the process. This is something that we can feel comfortable with. A couple of spritz. I know, and Sugar just really sensitive with her ears.
Yeah.
So a lot of any liquid going near her or in her really makes her uncomfortable. This is a great alternative.
Yeah, and you know, everybody who's ever cleaned their dog's ear knows that look in their eye when you're coming with the bottle at them. If they don't run away fast enough, they're shrinking into themselves, trying to become small enough so that you can't pour it in. It's not comfortable, and so yeah, we wanted to eliminate that part of it.
Yeah. One other thing that I know Zoe and I love, Zoe and I are big into aromas, and I know the herbs that have gone into your products, they're kind of dual purpose. Talk about that for a second.
Well, with essential oils and with herbs, I mean, they're all good for so many different things. And with the ear wash, with the lemongrass, actually, in particular, that's really a wonderful thing for ear health in general. And so the fact that it smells nice just kind of
An added bonus.
Yeah, it's a bonus, and that's the case with all of the products. The aromatherapy came because we were using it for something else, and we said, oh, this one's going to smell like this. Awesome.
That is really great. Well, I want to make sure the folks know where they can get your line of products and the information that you have to share with them.
We're at naturalpaws.net, and we're on Facebook at facebook.com/naturalpaws, and our Twitter handle is Natural Paws.
Wonderful. Folks, go check it out. So many great things that you're doing in the pet world. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.